Good morning from day 3 of the Camino. I'm going to be open and honest and say this is not what we were expecting so far. You know, it's just kind of wake up, walk, sleep, repeat. And that's what it's going to be like today as well. Yesterday there was no drama. We just kind of put our bags on, walked, and we arrived. And it feels like today is going to be sort of the same thing. I'm not feeling a particular way, like I'm feeling a bit stiff. But other than that, I don't feel like I'm on some massive journey at the moment. It's not all that interesting. In some sections, it is a little bit boring. But who knows? We're only on day 3. We've still got 9 full days ahead of us, including this one, 10 full days in front of us. So maybe things will change. I hope that it does.
So the main thing that's brought some interest or excitement to the monotonous walking is the people that you encounter along the way. We've had a little bit of that with meeting our Australian friend Andy, but other than that, like today was the first day where it was like we just stayed at that hostel and we were the only people there. So then it really does feel like you're just walking, putting your bag down, sleeping, picking your bag up, repeating. But I think if we meet more people, if we encounter more people along the way, that is what would make it a more fulfilling journey, perhaps. Marek, really? Really? Yo! Nice. We got another river crossing. Nice. Also, look at this water. It's like bubbling up out of somewhere here. Can you see it? There's like an upward force to it.
There's been so much water flowing everywhere throughout this Camino so far.
But do you know where there has not been water flowing from? The sky.
They haven't.
We have been so lucky so far. We had a little bit of rain on day 1. That's it. The weather forecast for today is no rain. It's very cloudy at the moment, but I mean, we'll see. One thing I was saying to Marek earlier that would make this experience more fun for us, seeing as it's so quiet and there aren't many people, is just that thing of like you're walking, you see a cute cafe or restaurant and you just pop in anywhere, everywhere, just go where the day takes you. And for us it's just not really practical because of our budget. Like it's much better for us to buy from a grocery store. Here comes another car. It's much more practical for us to buy from a grocery store rather than restaurants the whole time. The price would just, our budget would not handle that. At the same time, like even saying that, it can feel really frustrating when we're traveling on this budget the whole time and we have to restrict our spending so much. But we are young people. We have aspirations. We would love to build our lives in such a way that we become really successful one day and we have a lot of money. And then we get to just spend as much as we want to. So there's that to look forward to every time we're feeling discouraged and annoyed that we have to like scringe the whole time. I don't know if scringe is the right word, but you get what I mean. Let me see yours.
No, I'm just gonna like give my...
Oh my goodness, Marek, there's literally, you're on the floor. Feel how thin that is.
Oh, we've been wondering why, like, the bottom of my feet...
The ball of your foot.
The ball of my feet... Balls of my feet... I've been feeling, like, sensitive. It's because here, at the exact spot...
It's literally...
It's like a couple of millimeters. I'm pretty much walking on the ground.
Aren't these from Turkey?
This is from Armenia.
Oh, Armenia.
That's
a
long
time ago.
It's a bit of a problem, isn't it?
Yeah. If you want to continue wearing sandals, you're probably going to have to get another pair. Or pick up here up one of the albergos.
It's a pretty big river, eh? I think that we are now in a town called Barcelinhos. We've got a massive river that we're busy walking over. We've got a fort type thing just behind me there. It's the biggest town that we've walked through so far since leaving Porto. You see the size of that building? That's a grocery store. Like one shop. Okay, so the situation. We're still in the town of Barcelinhos, or Barcelos, and we are 9 kilometers away from our accommodation for the night. But now the problem is that this is actually our last chance to buy groceries. And seeing that tomorrow's a rest day as well, we're not going to be moving anywhere. We really have to buy groceries now and just unfortunately carry everything for 9 kilometers. Yeah, that's okay. But it's really overwhelming in that shop. We went into one the other day in Porto and it is just...
I'm sorry, I was trying so hard to hold it in.
I feel like we just have to mention how much food we just bought. And we have to remind ourselves that we are only 2 people. So we have got 1 kg of lasagna, we've got a packet of soup, we've got some big pastry thing filled with like salami and cheese, and then we've got 4 pizzas. Like that's for 2 people.
And a little something to eat now.
And other stuff as well.
Got them! Got us some stamps! Right there.
Cafe Arante. Nice. Hold on.
Ready? Almost there. Not too far now. And all the way there, you can see the little arrow that's telling us where to go.
You want some more food?
Hey?
You want some more food?
No. Stop it. That's not even a nice joke. Marek, leave the poor chicken.
Where's the beagle? Come on. You think I can touch it?
I don't know. The beagle's on his way. Hello. I don't know how safe it is to touch them. Hello. Hi. Yeah. He's sniffing the beagle.
So we've got about 2 kilometers left for the day. And I remember on the first day saying the Camino is all about not trying to race somewhere and trying to get to a destination. But when you've been walking for, we've been going for 6 hours and 15 minutes now. When you've been going for just over 6 hours, when you've been going for just over 6 hours, it's hard not to get into the mindset of just trying to get somewhere. You know, each step is not necessarily enjoyable. Your feet are hurting, your back is hurting from carrying a bag, and we just want to get there.
Which one is it?
I've literally zero idea.
It's giving us 2 options, like either to go by the wooden cross or by the church.
Okay, so we just had that fork in the road, and we decided to go right. If we had gone left, we would have been able to see that church over there. There we go, we've seen it, good enough for us. Outfit check for the day. Socks, sandals, cactus funky tights, puffer jacket, beanie, boombi. Jack Johnson.
I got quite a few looks for these socks and sandals.
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually pretty strange walking through that town of Barcelinhos earlier. Like we were walking through the high street, you know, where all the fancy fashion shops are. And we were there walking with bags on our backs, sandals and socks and beanies, and people were just giving us such strange looks. We felt very out of place. After walking on country roads for kilometers and kilometers, we were there back in the city in our funny gear, and we didn't actually think about what we were wearing up until we saw other people wearing fancy clothes. 500 meters, and we were done with the first quarter of the Camino, our first rest. This feels well worth it, well deserved. This is so steep. Oh my goodness me.
Coming this way? Yep. Here he comes. One thing, 500 meters up this is another thing. Yeah. Woo! Oh my goodness.
100 meters.
Oh, 100 to go. Come on.
What's waiting for us? What's waiting for us?
In the back.
Albergue de Peregrinos.
Yay.
So from the reviews that I'm even struggling to hold up the camera. From the reviews that we've seen on Google, this is apparently the best hostel that you can stay at on the Camino. So it's pretty fitting that this is going to be our first rest day. Yes. Yes. Oh my goodness me. I'm going to be so stiff tomorrow morning. Oh, we have now walked 63 kilometers in 2 days. 3 days.
Oh, goodness me.
Nice. I'm very proud of you.
Nice.
I'm very proud of you.
Some proud of you too.
And then, of course, they leave it,
Our Australian friend found us again. We just can't get rid of him.
but no ice cream. That would have been really good.
That would have been really good. Alright.
Can't get rid of it. Boy, you can't get it.
Alright, good morning from day 4. We were actually hoping to say good morning again after our first rest day. And today we're supposed to be resting, but as you can see, we are walking. So something that we found out about at about 7 o'clock last night is that when you stay in municipal albergues, you can't actually stay there for more than one night at a time. So we're now walking on our first rest day, but it's only 10 kilometers, which means that tomorrow we'll reduce our total distance to 14 kilometers. It's not too bad, but it's just a bit of a bummer because we thought that we were going to be doing like laundry and just catch up on work today. But it is what it is. And we've met up with a friend again, so we haven't seen anybody in the past 2 days, so this is cool. Off we go.
So I have heard the philosophical question raised, would a sheep from Australia be able to talk to a sheep in Portugal? Is sheep universal?
Surely.
Because I reckon, translated into Australian, that sheep was saying, stay away. Stay away from our little babies.
So you speak sheep, Australian sheep?
yeah. All Australians speak sheep.
Ah,
But I'm not sure we speak Portuguese sheep.
okay.
So although it was a bit of a bummer being kicked out of the hostel a full day early, there's an upside to that particular hostel that we're staying in. Right, something pretty cool about these hostels is that when pilgrims have things that they no longer need, they leave it in places like this. So there's like old clothes and there's some Crocs and a gym pad and stuff, so they don't need that, but if you need it you can go and take it, so it's like an exchange thing. And over here as well, like here are shoes. People have left their shoes behind. So like, look how good their shoes are, you know, this is still perfect. This one's lost its sole. So if you want it, just go and get it resoled. And something pretty genius is that I'm wearing new sandals. And these things are absolutely amazing. Found them right in this cupboard here, which means that we will now be leaving these ones there for the next person that needs it. They're not awful. they're still very walkable, but they just don't provide enough cushioning. So, new sandals for me. We're now 3Ks in and they're doing so well. I'm loving these sandals so far. And best yet, it's time for our first break. Let's get some Portuguese pastry, shall we? Right, so I've got, I don't know what this thing is. It's cream, covered in chocolate, with some sponge and jam. There's something on the inside. What do you got?
I've got a giant Portuguese tart and I'm so happy about it. You get this? I've never seen this put on them before, but let's give it a go. I think it's cinnamon. I think that could be the best one I've tasted.
I'm thinking you guys could have like a side episode. You know, some people do those, you know, what we carried for our 2-week, you know, going through the pack, or how much it cost. You guys could just do Sarah's Portuguese custard tart review. Her top 10 best custard tarts in Portugal.
I like the sound of that, because that means I get to taste a lot of these.
My daughter wound up walking.
Stand by. Lock down the background, please. Quiet, thank you. Rolling sound. Sound's rolling. And background action. Just wait for the drafts. And cue the smoke. And wind machine.
I don't know how you're getting your voice to echo in a forest.
Action.
Is that how like?
That's how it works.
Oh my goodness.
So at this moment we're walking through set right now, the wind machine is just hooking up all the autumn leaves at the arch-up collected last autumn. So even though it's summer, they'd be raining down and stuff. Just leave it, Marek, and get them to send you another one. Don't they sponsor you by now? Ducks on the lake was always my favourite one. You don't think about that. There's a scene with a couple standing by the lake in Central Park and they're having the intense conversation. There's a couple of ducks in the background. How do you get ducks to stay there? They won't. So then they'll be there in one shot, but then when you come back, they've gone. And it's a continuity nightmare. So you get ducks that belong to somebody, like a duck wrangler, and they'll bring them along and they'll put a little bit of line to the bottom of their foot, tie a knot, and then they drop the line down to a brick. So then the duck can just swim in a circle, can't go out of shot. So the ducks are used to it, and you get 3 ducks just swimming around there for 2 hours. And cut, we're moving on. Thanks guys. All good with the ducks, you can go get them now. Someone swims out, picks up the bricks, gets the ducks and comes back in.
So in case you're wondering, Andy used to work in making adverts and commercials. Getting all the inside information now.
All the evil shit we used to do. I mean, luckily the good thing about bacteria is it's so small you can't taste it anyway, so you won't know until tonight. Probably about 3 o'clock in the morning, when the mandarins are running through.
I don't think I'd be able to tell whether it was the mandarins or the bacteria.
So at the hostel we stayed at last night, we only paid €5 per person, which is really, really good. And we're hoping to stay there again tonight, which would have brought our total cost for 2 nights to €20. Now, unfortunately, we have been kicked out, and a downside of that is that the next closest accommodation is one we walk into right now, which is 10 kilometers away. And that accommodation is going to cost us €20 per person. So it's going to be €40 for tonight. But the plus side of that is that we get supper, we get a lot of wine apparently, and we get breakfast tomorrow morning. And another plus on top of that as well is that there's going to be about 4 or 5 of us there tonight. So like where we spent the 2 previous nights alone, tonight we're going to be surrounded by people, which is going to be really cool. And we do have about 2 kilometers to go. So it's been a really good day of walking so far.
Oh man, my legs feel like they can stop walking now. 10 kilometers and 300 meters. Pretty good rest day, hey?
I just want to take photographs of the famous South African YouTubers that I've met. Just uploading that now to my Insta page.
Oh! I keep on getting caught on my umbrellas.
Little doggos, you want to say hi? You look like you're friendly and you want to say hi. Yeah, I know. Hi, buddy. You're so cute.
I'm hearing many groans and grunts coming from this side.
Okay, guys, I made this two beds, you know. Is okay? You don't have any sleeping bag?
Mm-mm.
What? Are you from
You know when you go home and you visit parents after a while and all they do is say, "What? You got no sleeping bag?"
Why stay at this bed? I think the other people need to put their plugs. I'm stupid.
Laughter makes me
Okay. Well,
Oh my god. You like Mr. Doolittle who always attracts the animals? So hi, good morning and welcome to another day of Portugal with the stars. I'm very delighted and honoured today to be joined by two of YouTube's young sensations, all the way from South Africa, who are joining us here. I have Sarah and Marek.
Exactly.
Did I get that right?
Yeah.
I did a lot of research today before I decided to talk to you. Now, in very exciting news, Sarah, you're here to announce expecting your first child by the end of the year. And sneak prediction, this won't make the final edit.
boys and girls, I hope que Santiago give it to you what do you need, and I hope Santiago especially give it to you healthy for walking many caminos. And this is the moment to pray, to sing, to cry, to meditate, to swim in a cold water. Is your camino, just do it from your heart. And also is your time to walk 2 steps, one for people having cancer and wait for miracle, and another step for the peaceful back to Ukraine and to the world, okay? Because from my house to Santiago we have so many days, just going peaceful and love, okay? So, bon appetit. I hope you like my soup. If you don't like, you must eat because I have here. You have also here, I don't know where I got to put, maybe here.
Yeah,
the
right in
fish.
front of me, the fish.
Oh my
fish.
goodness.
Now, what was that called again?
Filetes.
Yeah, no, but the name of the salted fish. Everyone, sorry, concentrate here on set. Quiet, please.
This is a fruit from my garden.
We're going to start again, Sarah. We didn't get the...
And honey.
Oh my god.
And honey. It's, Italy, I took from my garden last year and I make 5 liters, 5 liters of liquor. Now this is the rest.
Sour or sweet
And
or
I-
hot or cold?
Yeah.
What's the matter?
Cold.
Are you
No,
pregnant? Are you having a
they're
baby?
plums.
Or a stroke? You're having a stroke. No, it's a film. It's a book.
Minibellas.
It's the
I
same
don't get
family,
it.
but the plums is more
Lost girl.
right?
No. Let's see, Marek.
Yeah, let's go.
Hang on.
I think it's good.
So
It's
what? So
just-
there's some sort of cherry on it, or?
It's a plum type
Oh,
fruit.
okay.
Oh, it's a
But
plum.
it's not a plum, it's like a plum. In aquavente and honey. So it's
So
more,
there's a pip in you.
yeah.
Yeah. No, you have to eat the whole thing. Yep. You see what I mean?
It's the
That's
alcohol.
hectic.
Oh.
It's like every bite that you take, it's like more and more.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you had any yet?
No, I'm
Come on, Andy, come on.
You have some as
being
well.
polite, first of all. Letting the ladies go and letting the South Africans go. I'm just waiting to make sure you're still okay.
Well, you're up.
This can't be as bad as you guys are making it.
No,
Seriously.
I kind of liked
This will be
it.
beautiful. I'm thinking a sweet kind of macerated cherry.
Get ready.
It's not a cherry,
Yeah, I'm
not
thinking
at all.
Birthday. So there's no pip?
There's a pip.
It's don't think of it as anything you would ever imagine it to be.
Really? Yeah. Marek says,
Okay. One down. We've got a whole jar to go.